Real quick for the practice quiz that we had today. Um, and as I go, I will tell you which guys, I believe there were 6 that got perfect scores. So we'll have to have a challenge question tomorrow. The first questions were about vocab. Number 1, an organized company of singers, choir. CHOIR, make sure to spell it right. Number 2, read or perform music without ever seeing it or practicing it before is sight read. Number 3, a vowel that is sung with a free relaxed jaw is tall vowel. It is not free tone because we're talking about a specific vowel here. And just know that if vowel is in the answer, it means tall. It's talking about tall vowel. Number 4, in preparation for successful and healthy singing, inhalation occurs below the rib cage, is low breathing. Number 5, singing with your true voice is free tone, not manipulating or changing your voice to sound a certain way. Let your voice be free. True voice is free tone. Number 6, sitting or standing tall is singing posture. Number 7 and 8 can be confusing. No individual singer or player stands out. One unified sound is heard. Again, think about that smoothie analogy. You want one unified blended drink. Just like you want everybody's voices to blend together. It's a unified concept. So 7 was blend. Balance is 8. All voice parts are heard equally. When you see the word equally, think balance. On our test is Toby and Elijah. Number 9 was all about circling the solfege. Do will be the first in the scale that I give you. The scales that I give you, do will be the first. So in the example below, which note is fa? Do, re, mi, fa. The 4th note is fa. In the example below, which note is sol? Again, the first note is going to be do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. 5th note is sol. Number 11, in the example below, point to which note or circle which note is T. Here's do again. First note is do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Ti is the 7th note in the scale. Easy, right? Number 12. I'm going to go ahead and cover these so we can get them. Make sure you know the names of rests and notes. Number 12 is a quarter note. It's the one that's filled in black. 13 was whole rest. Here's how you know it's a whole rest or can remember it. Pretend the line is the ground and the black box is underneath the line, just like a hole in the ground. Whole rest. Here's quarter rest. Quarter rest looks like a squiggly line kind of. Here's a half note. The half note is white. Quarter note is black. Half note's white. The 8th rest has this little dot or ball and then the line. 8th rest. Whole note has no stem and it's white. Your half rest looks like a hat. The line is on the bottom. Box is on the top. Hat sounds like half. And that will remind you that if it looks like a hat, it's a half rest. And then here's our 8th note. 8th note looks like a quarter note but has a flag. 8th note. Number 20, we're talking about repeats, all about repeats. So first, to know how many measures are in this example, you have to know what is a measure. A measure is anything, any space in between the bar lines. So here's our first bar line. Here's our second bar line for this example, third bar line, and the final bar line. Okay, so everything in between those bar lines is a measure. Here's our first measure. Oops, second measure, and here, that bar line. Here, right here, is our third measure. And this, here to here, is our 4th measure. Now, there would be 4 measures in this example, except for Our double bar line with 2 dots is a repeat sign, which means you go back to the beginning. Because there's no backwards repeat sign, go back to the beginning and you do it all again. The answer for number 20 was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. Repeat 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 21 was a little bit trickier. Notice if you're going to go through and circle bar lines, which on your test would be a smart idea. Go through circle bar lines. Notice right here there is a backwards repeat sign. The 2 bars and 2 dots. Okay, and here's a repeat sign. Those are important. I circled all my bar lines. Let's measure our numbers. Number our measures. 1, 2. Here's the third measure, even though it's just a whole rest. Still a measure of music. 4, 5, 6. We hit our repeat sign. We don't go back to the beginning on this one because there's a backwards repeat sign on this example. So we actually just go back to here. 7, 8, 9, going, and 10. So these 2 measures are the only ones that get repeated. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. 5, 6, go back. 7, 8, keep going. 9, there's our 10th measure. The answer for 21 was 10. Here's 22. We have 1 measure, 2 measures. Here's a repeat sign. There's no backwards repeat sign like there was in 21, so that means we just go back to the very beginning. So we have 1, 2, go back to the beginning. 3, 4, keep going. Here's our 5th measure. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The answer for 22 was also 10. Our pair that got a perfect on their practice test is Zach and Zeke. I don't know which Zach. I think Zach Adams and Zeke, or whoever Zeke was with. Congrats. 23 was all about skips and steps. As you can see in 23, all of the notes are neighbor notes, meaning it goes, this note is on a line, this note's a space, line, next space, line, space. They step up like stairs. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, so, fa, mi, re, do, so, fa, mi, re. Never does it skip a line or a space. So the answer for number 23 is all is step. It's stepwise motion. Number 24, the answer was step as well. Note is on a line. Now the next notes are on the next space up. Here's the same note. Then we move up the next line, move up to the next space. Line, line, space, space, line. All of these are neighbor notes. Do, re, 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 mi, fa, so, la, la, ti. You never skip a solfege syllable. So the answer was step for 24 as well. 25 incorporates now skips. If that's do, mi, we skipped re, which would have been in that space. So we went line to line. Here we went mi, so we skipped fa, which would have been this space right here. The answer was skip because number 25 incorporated some skips. There are also steps here, but the directions were to tell me if it incorporates skips, write skip. So, fa, here's another skip. Fa to la, we skip so. Fa, la, so, fa, mi. And then we skip re, which would be right here. We skip from mi to do. These are all stepwise motion. Do, re, mi, fa, so, right up the stairs. So, ti. Again, we skipped here. We skipped what would have been la in that space. Do, do. So skip was the answer for 25. 26, 27, and 28 were all about listening. For 26, I did an interval that sounded like this. Do, 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 do. You can hear those aren't next to each other. If you filled in the notes, do, 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 you can hear we skipped notes in between. So that is a skip. For 27, I played do, 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 do. Those are right next door to each other. If it sounds like do, re, do and re are right next door, then it's a step. 28 was also a step, but it was descending. So I did do, do, re, do. They were right next to each other. If they sound right next to each other, like a do and a re, it's a step. If they don't sound like that, it's a skip. So you have a 50-50 shot. Third pair to get a perfect on their practice test today was Joey Flom and Michael Gross. Joey Flom and Michael Gross. Congrats! The last one that we did when the bell just had rung was 29, and it was deciphering different rhythms. You only need to hear one measure, really, of this example to tell me, did I play A, B, or C? I ended up playing C because you could hear 5 notes right in a row. Do, 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 do. A would have been slower because these quarter notes last longer. So if the beat is 1, 2, 3, 4, you would have heard do, 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 do. Here's that rest, that 8th rest. There's a little bit of silence. Do, 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 do. B would have been 2 notes in a row and then a moment of silence. Do, 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 do. And C, what I played, was 5 quick notes right in a row. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So just deciphering patterns is what this listening for rhythms is all about. Good luck. You're going to do great.